All right, Coach, your first scrimmage of the fall is done. Your first full week is also completed, so you really getting in here and getting game situations with the referees, kind of start seeing how your playbooks played out over the last week.
Yeah, no, they were still, nothing's really polished right now. You're still looking for who can play, who can play between the lines when the lights are on and the play clock's on, and those type of things. So I thought there was good things on both sides of the ball. We were big play oriented on offense, and that's good to see. But I didn't think we really established, any consistent drives. There were some big plays, so that's something I go back and look at and see why we couldn't sustain some drives. Defensively, thought we were solid on the run, but we gave up some big plays in the past game, and we got to go back and see what those issues were. But I definitely think the offense with the big plays tonight, you say one side or the other was ahead, but right now we got to go back Monday and the details of playing the game. That's where we were really. I didn't think we were very detail oriented tonight on either side of the ball. Therefore, that's why the big plays and the lack of sustained drives.
We talk a lot about how camp is when players kind of emerge that you didn't really know. But Devontae Howard, a transfer from Memphis, came in here and made some big plays. Marquise Grayson from Eastern Carolina, he had some good solid runs. Terry Norris, the JUCO guy too. So those are just three of many guys who made a big kind of a statement tonight in front of some fans.
No, it was, and that's good to see. That is. Now they're going to be a lot better Game 5 than they're going to be Game 1 because right now their knowledge is not where we got to get it to be. But no, it was good to see some new faces, and that's what there is some new playmakers on this year's team. It was good to see that an old player make some plays because he hadn't made a whole lot in camp, but he did tonight. Kyle Carrick made a few plays, so that was good to see that. I thought the quarterbacks were kind of up and down a little bit, made a couple throws, but how they played tonight has kind of been where they've been in camp. It looks like it's supposed to look, and there'll be something something where they shoot themselves in the foot. So I'm looking for one of them guys to start separating themselves from the other one. Tonight I thought they both had decent night, but probably not good enough to win an upper part of our league.
A lot of times the OVC is more of a quarterback-driven league.
Certainly.
And a way to counterbalance that is to get in the backfield, create some pressure, and your defense did that tonight. Was in the backfield a lot, getting hurries and a couple sacks and making them flush out of the pocket for a couple of rushes too.
No, and that's our style of defense, but you obviously got to be able to hold up in coverage and be able to mix it and show the blitz and get out and stuff, and we'll get better than that. We got to find out right now who can cover, who can our offense is, we take a lot of pride in being, I won't say sophisticated, that's not a great word, but we try to give a lot of deception and some things, and I think that caught our defense, we put some guys in some bad positions tonight, so hopefully we'll get that fixed this week. But we want the tackles for loss, but we also want to make them line up and snap the ball again, because eventually most offenses will, get a penalty or turn the ball over.
All right, Coach, you're going into your first off day, and then you're followed up by a 2-a-day on Monday. So just kind of talk about this upcoming week and what are you looking for in week 2?
Yeah, I think it goes back to, first of all, we needed the day off. The guys they won't be totally off. They'll be in meetings tomorrow and get a little lift in and watch this tape. Monday will be a 2-a-day. All next week, we'll still continue fundamentals and finding out who can do what. But we really got to hone in on just the fundamentals of our base offense and defense. Because by the end of the week now, you're by next weekend, right? You're 10 days from from the first game. Going to Cincinnati. So my goal is for this next week is to have the first, second team kind of defined and who's still battling for playing time. But really want to see us be more polished when we get out here next time we scrimmage.
Right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.